Beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today we're doing Spirit Message, the roundup for the week of the energies that came in and everything that came through for you. A lot of self-building this week, a lot of putting yourself in the forefront of everything that you are. The card that came out today was a powerful move, number 15. I think you are at a part in your life where you are taking action and movement with purpose. You're putting effort into the motion and into your intentions. You're making your choices from an empowerment place, in a thoughtful place, and you're implementing these positive changes. We always are every week, but every week they ask us to look into something different, a little nuance, a little something more that we can do for ourselves. Your time of rest is over because change is in the air. Okay? Your deliberate action is needed to move the intentions in the realm of thought and into the material. From ideas into action. How do you approach your relationship to the invisible world as it influences the visible? Do you see the relationship? Do you recognize yourself as unique and whole and worthy being who has a special place in the world, whose offerings are valuable and whose life has meaning? You are a mighty co-creator. So it's time to step into the power and see your intentions manifest in the world. Real positive change is possible when you make choices from your authentic self and take conscious steps towards the dreams that you are dreaming. It's time to take steps to your intended experience, and it all starts with the way you think, especially about yourself. Let curiosity be your focus now, to display a willingness to discover new things instead of confirming things of the past that didn't turn out so good. Be open, be clear about your motives and desires. Set your intention. Step into the magic that's waiting for you to claim it. So this is all about traveling, whether you're standing still or actually traveling, moving, flowing, flying, whatever describes the changes in your life, know that these are called for now. And remember to be true to yourself. It's doing the thing that needs to be done. All will be better and all will be well. This is a very exciting time for you right now. The other card that came in with it was, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If anything has been spoken about this week, it's about seeing yourself as a magical being, and self-love is a great beginning. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete, and it was written by Buddha, which is hilarious knowing that we had the Buddha card in the last few days. So choose one self-care action to do today, and there's a list here. 1. Set stronger boundaries. 2. Meditate and listen to your heart. 3. Speak to yourself with compassion. 4. Focus on your strengths. 5. Say no to something that isn't a soul yes. 6. Say yes to something you're afraid of. 7. Let go of what you cannot control. 8. Stay far away from drama and negativity. 9. Ask for help and allow it. 10. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. So I want you to write in the comments section which one you're going to do today. I'm going to put this right here if you want to pause to see. I want you to write down in the comments section from 1 to 10 which one you're going to do today. All right. Beautiful cards. They're very meaningful. It's a very meaningful spirit message. It's saying you're worthy, you matter, and it's time to do the work to elevate your energy and to bring you into your power. It really is that simple. It's said simply, but I know sometimes it feels like it takes a little more to actually accomplish that. Okay, so I'm going to put my little cloth here that helps deaden the sound of the cards, because I know when they hit the table they're very like that. Usually makes a loud sound. Orphaned. Come to the edge. Beautiful. Both cards have they're very similar. They're both on top of what you would call a very lonely island. One is alone and scared, the 5, the hard times, everything that you've been through. I feel that's what it's talking about here. That maybe a lot of times in your life you have felt orphan or not worthy enough, or it could have been like what they're saying, it could have been part of your childhood, part of your teenage years, could be any part of your life where you felt very lonely. I'm seeing somebody kind of standing in the rain, getting rained on is what I'm seeing or what I'm feeling. And feeling the full sense of that loneliness. This may be for some of you. I think it's for some, not just one. But that feeling of being completely separated from every single thing. The loneliest lonely that you could ever feel. Where the loneliness itself is just breaking your heart. I've been there. They're not showing me though. They're showing me somebody. Actually, if anything, I would be male at this point. So it probably may be somebody of the male persuasion, I would say, who has felt very, very sad. The other card is 36. Now you guys know what I feel about 369. I have my own definition of that vibration. And because I do. Tesla talk about those. I've watched those videos and it always makes me feel really good to watch 369, and I like seeing the math of it. It's almost magical within itself. I've always felt that 3 and 6, which make up 9, are the human equivalent of that perfect vibration that we can try to attain while we're here. And I feel that your time, your past of being orphaned or feeling alone or feeling that 5 of Pentacles, that pain is quickly closing into the end of that. Like it's going away. You're ready now for your new chapter. You're ready to go to the edge of that plateau, and it's no longer in desperation. It's in real hope. It's in real hope of it's the fool's journey. It's that positive first step into freedom and adventure, and being open to surprises and unexpected opportunities, trusting that the universe is going to keep you safe, and leaping into the unknown of life, not into the desperation. If there is an ending, it's an ending to your grief and a beginning to a life well lived. We only have one here. We all have choices to make. Spirit's saying, Make the one that actually offers you something into a future. We can have moments like this, but they pass. They said, don't let the opportunity pass you by. We're always rising again like the phoenix. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I do like the contrast of the two cards. I do like the contrast of the two cards very much. So Mona and Liam are really taking over this this reading. Not that they don't always, but I feel that I'm taking a real back seat today. So it might be quieter, it might be slower. Sometimes they put themselves to the forefront and me to the back a little bit, and I allowed them to. Because sometimes the inner self or my inner spirit really needs to take over with theirs, and my human self needs to take a back seat and kind of listen. I'll compare it to sitting in a movie theater. I'm now sitting in the theater with you. I can hear my voice and I understand what's coming out, but I feel like a babe in the woods for the words to come out. Because I'm like you, just sitting there experiencing the educational aspect of it as a soul on this planet. In the undercurrent of the cards, because it flipped and then got hidden in the deck, is the Five of Cups. There's a lot of sadness here. I feel that some of you are dealing with the remnants of that sadness, the last of it, the disappointments, the loss, the hurt, the confusion. It's like you're mourning, finally. You're mourning the emotional suffering. You're finally adjusting to it, what you have been not looking at. And for some of you, I'm hearing it's putting it away finally. You're mourning maybe the lost opportunities that's also coming through. The opportunity missed from the past. You're looking at things from the past and saying, why couldn't I figure that out earlier? Why couldn't I do that earlier? Why couldn't I be aware of all this earlier? And remember that we are here to follow a path. There are no mistakes. If it took you 5 minutes or if it took you 50 years to come to the point where you are at now, there are no mistakes. Some of the opportunities you feel you missed, they look maybe a lot better now in hindsight than they did back then. It always looks better looking through the lens of the past. Okay? Especially when you're looking at missed opportunities. You think, why couldn't I enjoy that? Why didn't I do that? I missed all that opportunity. You didn't. You did exactly what you were supposed to, what you're meant to. the idea is right now is to latch on to the new opportunities. When you're busy looking at these on the ground, you're missing what's coming in because you're busy giving energy to something that's in the past. There are plenty of new things for you to do. Remember that age, for the most part, is just a number. You can go and chase new things, or even some of these old things that you feel you missed. Spirit recommends, though, that maybe you don't go chasing all the old things, because you may realize too late that maybe they sounded better. As I said, when you look through the lens of the past, things always look like a great opportunity lost. Maybe it was a good opportunity, but the greater opportunities lie in your future, in your now. You have a lot of wisdom. You know you have magic. You have the tools now to say yes to new things, to say yes to one thing you're afraid of today, and go for it, and learn, and really bite the apple, and savor it for all it's worth. Biting the apple of the past, you may be biting into rot. That thing is gone, it's past. It's past its prime, it's past its time. The devil just fell to the ground. You can hear my yoga ball, of course. I'm trying to push the card. It's okay. I'm pushing the devil with my foot. Awesome. Right. The worst thing that you could do now is buy into the trickery of the devil. Keep reminding you that you've missed an opportunity in the past. Okay? As I keep reminding you, when you look through that lens, things are not what they appear to be. You're seeing through the lens, a very distorted lens of the past. We forget a lot of things that made us choose the way we did. So you have to free yourself of this. So important. Jane, like you, the human Jane, feels that she's missed out on a lot of things as well. That things passed her by. But again, it is a distorted lens of what isn't really true. And the time spent there, too much time spent there, just robs you of the powerful moves and the opportunities that are waiting for you now. This is who you are now. You have inner wisdom, you have intuition. Not only do you have intuition that you've always had, that you probably always kind of heard throughout your lifetime, that have been guiding you for a very long time. Things that you call gut feelings, or a sensation that things were off or things were good. But now you are aware of it. And when what comes through, you seek the answers that you're looking for. You actually stop, acknowledge the intuition, acknowledge the high priestess within you, and you ask further questions. It's time to embrace that gift that you are now acknowledging as yours, and be receptive. Go to your higher self when you need to. Consult your higher self, such as what is happening now. A lot of the High Priestess is trying to be quiet and listening. Just simply listening. When we first come here as children, we do that. We do a lot of that. Then we start talking. And then we start stomping. And then we start waving our flags of who we are, of what we're fighting for. And then you do full circle while you come back to listening again. And eventually, you start to admit that you don't know it all. And by the end, you may admit that you know nothing at all. And that is the beauty of life. You begin a lot the way you started, as innocent, learning, beautiful individuals who just go day by day, experiencing the now. That's the secret, by the way. That personal balance comes in finally, and it allows you to go to the edge. Because you finally resonate with what's inside of you. You finally start listening to what feels right within you. So you have less moments of feeling like you're missing something, even when it's happening on the day of, even when you walk away from things. You stop questioning what's going on and you start resonating to why you made those decisions, why you said no, what's still broken, what needs to be fixed, what you're going to take a chance on finally. What we seem to forget is that we're constantly adapting to ourselves. We're constantly adapting to who we are. And part of that is always juggling between one thing or another. There's always a new challenge to be had. There's always a new day with fresh decisions. It's never going to be completely perfect. And that's the beauty of it. Life would be so boring without it. But spending time feeling terrible and bad and unworthy is, at this point in time, if you are here listening to this, a waste of time for you. You need to move forward. You need to move ahead and past all of this. All right. I'm going to continue with this deck. Yang energy. Second time it's come out, I do believe.